What's going on, people? It's your buddy MLC Stealth, and it is currently raining and thundering and lightning and making scary noises outside, so if I happen to scream during this commentary, that is why. But anyways, I would like to apologize right off the bat for not putting out a video in a few days. I hope you guys forgive me, but just got some real life stuff going on. Not really too important, just like work and hanging out with people, but that's the reason why. And right here I stun myself because I have a mental goal of I have to at least stun myself 1 or 2 times each game, and I'm doing pretty good with that. I'm really good at stunning myself with my own stun grenades. But anyways, this gameplay I'm using the M16 with a red dot, and I do pretty good with that at first. I go on some pretty good tears, and towards the end of the game I die like 5 times in a row, so that's why I die like 8 times. But I go 67 and 8. Like I was doing like amazing at first. I was like, this is a great gameplay, and then I started to die a lot at the end. It's like, whatever, I'm still gonna use it. It's pretty exciting at first, then it starts to me just dying a lot. But anyways, we're gonna talk about a story, and I've not written down any notes to start with, which is probably not very good, because writing down notes when you want to tell a story is a pretty important thing. But it probably would have been better to tell this story at April Fool's time. But anyways, happy Easter. There's that holiday that is going on right now, so happy that holiday. But anyways, this joke, or it's not a joke. I was gonna say this April Fool's joke, but it's not April Fool's, so I just said joke, but it's not a joke, it's a prank. Anyways, it was a prank pulled on me by my church, my youth group leaders. I think it was a Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. We went up to, or I drove up to my church in my little car, because I do drive, and this was probably like about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago that this happened, probably 2 years. But anyways, the story starts out during our little church thing. Like, we're doing all our church discussions and talking. Maybe it was Wednesday, I don't know, because we have church on Sundays and Wednesdays. But after the church thing goes on, me and my youth group leaders play some foosball. So right after my church, my church later, I guess I should give some background on my church a little bit. We're just regular old Christians, and I'm not going to get into a Christian debate and stuff right now, and that's not what this video's for. But we're a really young and connected church, and all the church leaders like to connect, and they're all very young and cool and hip, and like in their 20s to 30s. So right after he got done with his little church deal, he makes a motion to me, a little foosball motion, like twisting both of his hands. I'm like, alright, let's play some foosball, because we do that every week, but he was making sure that we were going to do it this week. And me and a few other guys go start playing our foosball, and we're pretty good, but that's not the point of this conversation. But we start playing our foosball, and while I'm doing that, a couple other church leaders, like, we have a lot of church leaders, and again, sorry if this story isn't very entertaining right now, it will get good. But they got some car keys from my parents. Like, they prepared this and everything, and they had cameras filming it and all sorts of stuff, and they got my parents, or they got an extra set of car keys to my car from my parents, and they take my car and they move it, and they take some broken glass and put it in my parking space, to obviously make it seem like my car was broken into and stolen. And after we get done playing foosball, basically everyone's left, and it's just the cool kids who like to stay after church and play their foosball. And we walk out to the parking lot like, hey, time to go home now. And we get outside, and I get to my spot, and I'm like, wait a second, I used to have a vehicle here. And I look around for a second, and obviously I kind of just like try to walk it off, like, oh, my car is gonna show up any second now, it's not gone. And then I was like, okay, wait, hold on, church leaders, don't leave yet, we got a situation here, my car is missing. And that's sort of what I said. My actually first reaction to my car missing is, and take note, there's probably like 5 guys around. I think 1 person my age, and the rest are my church leaders, and they're all in on the crime here. And my first reaction was, wait a second, this is not normal. The chances are that this is actually some sort of prank thing, and I'm being punked right now. And that's actually what I thought it was at first, and my first reaction was, I'm gonna run around the corner looking for cameras and stuff. And if I would have actually followed my first instinct, my first reaction, I would have seen cameras around. And if I would have, I should have trusted my instinct more, because we live in like the 7th safest city in the world, and it actually is more likely that I was being pranked than anything else. So if I would have trusted that, then I would have had some good times, and that prank would never have happened. But instead, I was like, this is no good. Wait, I'm being stolen my car of, and I tell my church leaders that, and they're like, "What? Are you serious right now? Are you kidding us?" And of course, they're playing along, because they're recording it, and so what we do is, we didn't call 911. I wonder what would have happened though if I would have called 911. That probably would have been bad. But I get on my phone, I call my parents, and no, actually, this didn't happen yet. First thing is, no, what happened? I don't even remember. But my church leader asked me what my license plate car number was, or what kind of car I had. I was like, I have no idea what my license plate number is. I don't know what kind of car I have. I know it's red. I drive a red car. Aside from that, I am clueless. And I wasn't saying all this calmly. I was actually sort of starting to cry there, because if your car gets stolen, this is tragic, and it's not a very calm thing. And I was starting to panic a little bit. Then I call my parents, and I get them on the phone, and they are also in on the crime too, so they know what's going on. They probably knew I was going to call them, but I'm like, my car got stuck. Can you come down here to the church and figure things out? And as I'm on the phone with them, my car is actually driving through the parking lot that we're sitting in, and it's the thief guy, like the person who stole my car, but it's actually obviously somebody from the church who is, weirdly enough, I've never seen before, even though he goes to the same church as me. And he and I are actually good friends now. We play Ultimate Frisbee sometimes. But anyways, I saw that. I was like, isn't that my car? And it like just drove past us, and the guy looked at us, and he was like, oh crap, they saw me. And then he started driving off really quickly. And so I don't know why they did that, just to make it seem like, hey, my car actually is being stolen, because I was like, wait, why did he come back? Maybe he dropped his wallet or something? I don't know, but he kind of did like a double take. Oh no, they see me, and drove off like even faster. And I don't know, they were, that could have been like dangerous though, because my first reaction could have been like, my car, and then I just like run after it and try to hop on the windshield, and that would have been bad, because I would have gotten splattered over. But he drives off, and I'm like, parents, because I'm on the phone with my parents still. I'm like, he's driving your way. And they quote unquote cut him off, because my parents actually just say, hey, go back to the church, and we're gonna make it seem like we captured you or whatever. But then my parents make him head on back to the church, because they're like chasing him. And they get back in the parking lot, or my car gets back in the parking lot, and my parents right behind him. And he gets out of the car, and he starts running away, and then my church leader starts chasing him. And the first thing I do is go over to my car and check the window, because I was like, let me see if this window's actually been broken into, because again, I'm still a little hesitant to believe this truth. And I noticed that my window was rolled down, and I was like, wait a second, this is not true. And then things started to like calm down a little bit after they captured him, and he was like, and then the whole thing happened where it's like, you've been punked, here's the cameras, and I was like, you guys are jerks. Moral of the story though is, do not trust anybody at church, because they like to steal your cars. But anyways, that's basically the end of that story, and they took the cameras and videos and made a video and showed everyone at church, and it was some good times, and I got to watch it too, and had some good laughs, and it was fun. Definitely fun to get pranked like that. But basically, I told this story because I didn't have anything else to talk about, not really any gameplay stuff to talk about. But if you guys did like the video, do whatever you want with it, like it, dislike it, but please do rate it, leave comments and stuff. I am interested in hearing what you guys have to think about my stories. If you want to hear more stories, then please tell me. If you want to hear less stories, then I'll definitely talk about the gameplay, but I haven't played Call of Duty in a couple weeks, so I think there's a tornado siren outside. Is that what? Yeah, there is. But anyways, that's going to be the end of the game. I'm going to go take shelter, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.